Hey guys, I'm Solomon with ClickX. Today's marketing hack of the day. I want to talk to you about how to connect with your prospect emotionally. All right, we call this the emotional marketing value, EMV. I'm going to tell you all about it. This actually is going to get you more business, I promise you, than any other thing that you've tried. If you can crack into their emotion, this is going to help you tremendously get better success in your marketing campaign. So let's get started.
Marketing Hack of the Day is brought to you by ClickX.
All right, so let's think about this for a minute, right? So you have a message that you're trying to convey to your audience. Either you're going to talk at your prospects or you're going to connect with them, engage with them at a deeper level, all right? Emotionally, that's what I want to talk about, EMV, emotional marketing value, okay? So I want you to think about connecting with your audience at a much deeper level. You see, when you see puppies, you go, oh yeah, or little babies. That's what I'm talking about. How do you get them to actually change the way that they're feeling when they're, engaging with your content, or they're engaging with your ad or your app or whatever it is that you do, right? So I want you to think about people actually buy products and services with their emotions rather than kind of rationally doing it, and they try to make sense and say, oh yeah, this is a great company because they've been around for 50 years. But they're really buying it because they connected with someone or the brand or whatever it is, right? Rather than saying, oh yeah, they actually are cheaper with an Excel spreadsheet and 3 columns, good, better, best. No, most people try to figure out a way to connect with the brand. I mean, I'll give you tons of examples of what I'm talking about. The way that I want you to do it, and this is actually a textbook way. I mean, it's not something I invented. This stuff has been around for ages. I want you to think about how do you connect. This concept of EMV is really, really important. Something a lot of marketers ignore. I don't think it gets enough credit, to be honest, because it works, and I know it works because I'm going to show you examples how it works. I think where marketers go wrong is that they go right into execution. They're in the execution mode. Let's keep doing more blogs. Let's do the PPC and let's just put another ad in the magazine, right? They're not thinking whether or not they're connecting with their audience at a much deeper level. All right, that's what I want you to think. At the end of this video, you should be like, hey, am I connecting with my audience in a much deeper level where they feel something different after they are engaging with their brand than they were before? All right, so if you can do what I'm talking about, which is to connect with your customers at a deeper emotional level, and you might have to talk to them about what's going to get that stirred up. Maybe it's about growing their business. Maybe it's about, their safety of their kids. If you're a company that's selling alarm system, it's an easy one. You just tell them that your family is your most important asset. If you're selling something for a pet owner, it's so easy. You talk about the pet, right? Or your child, or your parents, or your loved ones. So you got to think about what is it that you're going to get them to actually feel different, because you're not comparing $29.99 to $39.99, pick the company that's better. It's about the safety, or it's about the growth. It's about whatever it is very close to their heart, all right? That is a very key to successful marketing. If you can crack that code, I promise you, your marketing is going to be way more successful than it is today. Obviously, there's a couple of elements in your marketing, okay? So your marketing consists of your messaging, or let's talk about your copywriting, right? Your headline. Your headline is fundamentally the most important piece of your copy. If you can use that headline to be emotion, it's something that is going to evoke emotion, you could reach, hundreds more prospects than just putting something very generic because you think it sounds cool, all right? If it's a visual piece, like let's say something you're doing is a visual piece, so let's say it's an Instagram ad, you got to get the emotion out of that image that you're trying to show them. It can't just be another photo you took on your iPhone because you liked it, or it's like, oh cool, there's rainbow. No, that's not what I'm talking about. Does it evoke emotion at a much deeper level by looking and engaging with that particular photo? Then yes, you're going to get them to actually like it or share it and tell other people about it, because let me tell you, this stuff actually works. The first reason why you should try to do this from an emotional perspective rather than rational is that they're willing to pay you a premium dollar than just trying to comparing with the next vendor who's in line, okay? It's not about can I get this burger or that burger. You like this burger because there's some sort of an affinity with it. You're going to pay more. You're going to go farther. You're not going to even say, oh, well, this company is smaller and they're not that big of a vendor. They're going to say, no, I like this company because of X, Y, and Z. They're going to try to make some sort of justification in their head to pay you more money. All right, you could compete better if you can figure this stuff out. Or you can knock down your competitors. You can dominate a market if you can do this. I'm talking about the people that are emotionally attached to an Apple product as opposed to maybe an Android product, all right? It does not matter that Apple doesn't have as many features, but they're still hooked. They're not going to ever not be an Apple customer. In fact, I think Apple has dominated all of US for forever. All right, it's going to be very hard to break that. They're in it for something deeper that they feel that they can connect to it. It could be a salesperson. They love the salesperson, so they keep going back to the same dealership, right? Or it could be the brand. It could be the CEO. I don't care what it is. It's not a matter of cheaper or better or it's closer to my house. It's about, oh my, this company actually understands me, therefore I'm going to go to them. These brands that I'm talking about, we don't even question price. Okay, it's out of the question. These brands I'm talking about have figured out how to make you feel different about their brand and actually make you buy their product almost as if they're in control and we're not. Okay, so think about how powerful that is and see if you can get that into your company, because I bet you most companies that are trying to market, they have nothing that actually could stick out than the rest of the competitors. They don't really have anything that they can connect on a personal, emotional level. It does not matter it's on an ad. It doesn't matter it's on a bus stop. It doesn't matter it's on a billboard. It doesn't matter it's on an app or a website or a postcard. These things, they stick in your consumer's brain forever. It's permanently marked in their head. And it's because they figured this stuff out. Let's get to some action items. I don't want to just talk to you about the theory behind it. So how do you break this stuff down? It's actually very simple. I told you from a copy perspective, you got to really focus attention on the headline. Okay, the headline has to be the most emotional, evoking thing there is that you've ever produced, and you might have to test it and make the best one you possibly can. And then the other thing that you have is a subhead. So you have the secondary headline, right, that people are going to read to see if they actually engage with the headline. And then if they really like it, if it still grabs their attention, then they will read the little teeny tiny copy that's on it. That's like the third thing. You can't expect everybody to read that, but if you see an ad from such and such brand and you like their headline, you believe in it, you connect to it, then they might read that, and that's a thing they probably are not going to get read a lot, but that's for the precise audience that really care about that information. But to get them there, you got to start with your headline. So go back and think about what it is that you're saying in the headline of your website or your postcard or your magazine ad. I don't care what it is. I told you it's all different medium, because before I was born, maybe there was newspaper ad, and today there's an iPhone app ad or whatever. Okay, it's like it's a website on a mobile device. It's just a different medium. It's the same exact thing, folks. Are you evoking emotion in your content, your copy, your ads? Right? In your PPC ads or your even search engine listings from an organic search perspective, can they read that and actually connect with your brand? Is that happening today? Or is your images that you're using throughout the website, is it emotion evoking kind of photos? They'll say, oh my, I love this thing that I'm seeing. You might have to create custom photography, people. You might have to go spend $10,000 on photos. But if you can crack this with your headline and your photos, it's going to be a huge lift in your response, okay? It's not just going to be another 1% or 2% or 7% response. It's going to be significantly higher, and you're going to be able to get them to pay you a lot more. So they're going to be better customers rather than just another bargain hunting customer who's looking for the lowest bidder because everybody looks like vanilla ice cream, okay? I never once spent $10,000 on vanilla ice cream because they all look the same, but I connect with the company that I like the most, so I'll pay $10 when everything else is $1.99 because I like the brand. I like what they believe in. I like their slogan. So it's the same exact thing. So you got to figure out what is it that they care about most and how do you appeal to that and get them to engage in a personal level and use the emotional marketing value. I got some tips that you can also use. So if you're really interested about getting this right, there's a tool that I can recommend that will give you your EMV score, emotional marketing value headline analyzer tool. It's put out by a company called Advanced Marketing Institute. Just Google it, EMV headline, and you're gonna see it on Google and punch in your potential, whatever blog topic or your headline for your website and see what the score is. It's a computer software they built, and use that. And if it scores really low, then obviously you got to go back to getting to work and brainstorming and come up with another version. But if it scores higher, then you're likely to get that connection with your prospects, all right? This stuff that I'm talking about is going to be really hard to nail down, but once you get that right messaging that sticks, then it's just about dialing it into every other thing that you're doing. You're going to see tremendous amount of success in other campaigns that you're doing. So I hope you got some insights on how you could use this, connecting with your prospect at a much emotional level. I don't care what you sell. You can sell mattress or you can sell pots and pans. You'll be able to do this very successfully. Thank you for watching another edition of Marketing Hack of the Day.
Oh, hi.
Subscribe to our channel.
ClickX, helping businesses increase traffic, generate leads, and close deals.